what about when you've previously given your power away to doctors and ended up being let down? And now you've completely lost trust. So one of the things with this is anytime we give our power away to anyone else, life is going to show us a correction. Because life's actually on our side to awaken, to know our power. And so you're like, well, I don't know what I'm talking about, but let me trust this person. And you go on that path, and then it's not as you expected, or it doesn't create what you wanted. It's not about other people. It's about the alignment in yourself that had you not know what you know. So for example, if you encounter a doctor, let's say, in Rachel's example, but you're tuned into yourself and they're telling you, here's what I think you should do. Here's what is going on. Here's the plan. And you tune into yourself. Is this true for me? Is this my highest path? Is this the truth for me to follow? It may be a yes, it may be not. So you can let that person have their perspective of what they think is best for you, what they think is going on, and what they think you need to do. But it doesn't mean you own it as your own. You've got to check it out. So you take 3 breaths, and if you've been practicing this work or you're in the Embracing Health program, this is what you're integrating through that program. I am here in my body. We're a unit, we're a partnership, and I can let myself know what I know. There may be many resources that come to you that way from outside, and you'll know like, yep, this is the direction to go. I'm going to follow this path. Or you're like, not a fit for me. Thank you. I'm going to keep moving in a different direction. Doesn't mean you have to make that person wrong. It doesn't mean you're threatened that they think this way. And it doesn't mean resources aren't available to you just because this one isn't a fit. It's very much what happened to me when I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease and I was really sick and feeling terrible. I didn't know what to do and I tried everything. And finally a doctor said, here's what's going on. You have this rare form of rheumatoid arthritis and here's what you need to do. And here's blah, 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 conclusions. Now, I at first, was devastated at the thought that I was going to continue to get worse and worse and worse and lose function in my body in different ways. But it didn't take long because I was present to how powerless that felt, and I didn't buy into it. I knew what my body was telling me, like, Kim, that's not your path. That's not your truth. You can let that go. So I said, thank you very much. I left the office. I never looked in that direction again for what was going on for me at that time. Doesn't mean I make it wrong. Doesn't mean I have to be afraid of doctors and their perspectives, other doctors like that. It doesn't mean I have to reject it for maybe future things when there could be a resource for me there. It just means I let myself know what I know. Now, when is there a threat? When you're disconnected from yourself and denying and doubting your own truth and putting the power outside you, like, well, I don't know what I'm talking about, so this person must be right. Well, I don't have it within me, so I've got to look outside of me. That's when you're in trouble. And your body will let you know because it will feel heavy. It will feel powerless. But if you can begin to trust yourself and let yourself know what you know, it will register in your body because your body will be like, all right, she's here with me. We can do this. The pattern is to distrust the body, escape the body. I don't want to feel what I'm feeling. Let me get on Facebook and distract myself. I don't want to feel what I'm feeling. Let me run around and try to find the right program or doctor or person who can help me fix this. If you could take 10 breaths, just presence, what's happening in you right now. You begin to let those energies of fear, uncertainty, powerlessness clear, which they will do when you embrace what is instead of resisting it, fighting it, fixing it, running away from it. When you embrace it, welcome what's here now. It dissolves itself. And the reason this is so important right now is because if we each, as individuals, allow this awakening, even 2% awakening within us, to stop avoiding what we feel, sense, and know, and to begin welcoming what's happening within us, there's no one that has power over us. Our government, our medical system, these are put in place to serve us, not to control us. And at a time right now when medical societies are literally emailing their practitioners, alternative medical societies are emailing their practitioners to say, don't put out any information. You're not allowed to put out any information about what can help someone prevent, recover, or heal from said virus. Like literally verbally letting us know you're not allowed to share that kind of information. Now, these are the places that have the most answers and solutions for what strengthens your immune system, what we've known definitively, scientifically, to prevent and literally cure viruses like the one we're seeing now. Why is this being kept out of the mainstream? Why is this being kept out of communication? So we want to just begin to look, am I willing to know this? Because for 100 years, this has been suppressed. Not just, we're not really sure this works, so let's not put it out in the mainstream. Let's protect people because they might make this bad decision and do vitamins that really don't work, or invest their money or their time into something that hasn't been scientifically proven. Well, many of these things have absolutely been scientifically proven. But it's really a question of, why have we been taught to fear and doubt these quote unquote other modalities that are not fitting into the mainstream profile, and only look to these specific things? You just want to begin to get curious. You don't need to make anything wrong or put it down or get into a big conspiracy theory. Just get a little curious. I wonder what is here. Because when you're in curiosity, you can assess the whole situation and you know what choices will serve you and what choices you can leave behind. In that equation, there is nothing that you need to resist or fight. This is the choice I choose, and these are the things I let go. You don't have to fight anything because there is no threat. But the more you start learning about, has there been suppression? Has there been repression? Are we being controlled? What's going on? Fear, uncertainty, and powerlessness. Those are the only things that keep you having a problem at all. When we begin to awaken what we know, it's very easy to see.